Alright, so as you can obviously tell by the title, this will be my last video covering Marvel Contest of Champions, as I am deciding to quit the game after playing for 9 months. Um, there's like 5 points I really want to cover, the reason why I'm not going to be playing this game anymore. And as you can see, I already left my alliance and everything. So yeah, pretty done. I don't plan on coming back either. Even like making a new account, starting fresh. I don't see myself doing that. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. But I'm really making this video as something to remind myself. If I do feel like coming back, I watch this video and remember why I stopped playing the game. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first reason why I do not want to play this game anymore is because of Kabam, the company that runs this game. They're out of I also play console video games, and honestly, they're not as bad as some of the big, game developers. Um, but with that being said, that doesn't mean they're still a good company that runs this game. Um, I also wanted to make it clear that I don't want to specifically I don't want to make it seem like I'm anti-Kabam or anything. I know their developers work really hard in this game, but it's just the business decisions they make and how this game functions is just embarrassing for the game being 5 years old, especially with recently the big maintenance downtime that basically had the game down for almost an entire day. And the amount of bugs filled with this game makes it pretty hard to bear and play, including one that really affects me because it affects my top champion. Um, there's currently a bug with Aegon Synergy with Proxima Starlord. It literally does not work. It straight up doesn't work. The combo shield never activates once. So and it's pretty annoying. But I'm not saying that one bug is just the reason why I'm quitting. There's been tons of bugs in this game, almost every update, and it baffles me as to how a company with this popular of a game, making millions of dollars, I know they are, they still can't make a functioning game. I don't understand. It really confuses me as to. I understand there will be a few bugs every now and then with each update. Some things go missed or sometimes even unchecked, which is the sad truth, but that's just how it is. Um, and on top of that, I don't think Kabam tests their own game, to be honest. With how some of this stuff works, with how some of the nodes are in this game, the end game, champion design, I really don't believe Kabam tests their game. And if they do test their game, the people that test it have no idea how to play this game or understand how nothing works. It's pretty embarrassing, and it's honestly frustrating. It makes it really frustrating for me and for a lot of people. Um, I'm not the only one that feels this way about Kabam. So yeah, it's really nothing new. Speaking of in-game content, that'll be my next point of why I'm quitting. Um, the in-game content I found to be the game was so much fun up until this right here, Act 5, Chapter 2, the Collector fight. The game, I was having so much fun. I enjoyed everything leading up to this, even the first chapter and second chapter. Like doing it felt good, getting it done felt great. It was fun. But after that, going for completion of Act 5, it was frustrating. I did not have fun. The same goes for 6.1. Act 6 is not fun content. It's hard, yeah, and I like a challenge. I really do. But it just becomes so champion specific, and obviously the 4-star ban, it just makes it terrible. It is not. Why would anyone want to go into this? And don't even get me started on 6.2. This is the most clown fiesta BS I have ever seen in a video game. These fights, these nodes, these boss fights, 6.2 Sinister is a damn joke of a boss. And to go on top of that, the rewards, they're okay. They're not bad. But for what I feel like the player has to go through, especially someone like me, someone that's average, below average, slightly above average, so in that area, I feel like I should be rewarded a lot more. Call me greedy, but I feel like I should be rewarded a lot more than what Kabam puts out for rewards. Because I have to spend, even with some of the best champs of the game, I have to spend a lot of resources getting through this content, and I don't spend money, so it's even harder because I have to grind out those resources, then go in and hopefully be able to have enough resources to get through the content. It's it's not fun. It is simply not fun. Um, it's more frustrating than it's fun for me, at least. I don't like the fact that if you mess up once, you're screwed. You mess up once, and the game has no mercy on you. Um, but at the same time, that does teach you to become better at the game. But we're not perfect. Mistakes are gonna happen, and it's just like the game is forcing like, hey, you have to use revives, you have to use potions, you have to use units. It's just the way it is, and I'm not a big fan of that. Um, and speaking of resources, I'm free to play, and honestly, the free to play experience is, if you don't have a lot of time, it is excruciating. I have a lot of time. I had a lot of time in this game. As you can see, over 9 months, I played over almost 27,000 PvP fights, grinding for battle chips, units, ISO characters. Um, I played this game a lot. Uh, I played it daily for Lord knows how many hours a day. But it's a grind. It's an extremely long grind. If you don't spend money on this game and you want to be up here in Act 6 in the end game, getting stuff done, and you want 6-star, 5-star champions maxed out, or maxed out 5 stars, and you want 6-star champions as well, you're gonna have to put in the time in order to get there. It makes sense, but the amount of time and grinding is just, it can be pretty unbearable, especially with how most of the time played I have in this game is in arena, and it's just, that's not fun. It's boring as hell. Like for the first few months I was able to bear it, but slowly as more months went by, I just could not take arena anymore. It's boring. Nothing about it is fun. The milestone rewards are absolute shit. I don't like 5 units per milestone, and then once you get to the 4-star one, it's like the higher end milestones is like 15 per milestone. Let me just remind you that to get a revive for units, it's 40 units for a revive. So, and I'm pretty sure all these combined, how much is it? Like 135 units right here. And once you hit that milestone, that's it. You're not getting any more units. You're not getting any more rewards or gold, premium hero shards. That's it. So it's like, I arena just got old real fast, and it didn't even feel like grinding anymore. It just felt like, all right, play arena. Now go to monthly event quest. Play arena. Go play monthly event quest. Play arena. Go play monthly. Like it's just, the grind in this game is not. I guess I wouldn't consider grinding fun, but this is just straight up like melting your brain. So that's how I describe the free-to-play experience. Not fun. Invest a lot of time if you want to see any kind of results, to be honest. If you're a casual player and you're free-to-play and you don't really care about Act 6, the end game, Act 5, 100% Act 5, then it's a pretty good game. You don't have to play arena. But if you are trying to do the higher end stuff, you're gonna probably have to play it to get units, and then also find ways to farm potions, which is also very boring. Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, farming him for potions is it's a hassle. So and another point I made earlier about being an average to below average player, I wanted to go into that as well, because the experience of being that kind of player in this game, it's hard. It is very difficult. Not only is it hard because the in-game content is hard, obviously, and you might have to spend a lot more resources, like just to get it done. You'll be like, dang, I finished it, but look what it cost me. And at the same time, this whole alliance thing, if you aren't experienced or good at the game, finding a good alliance is extremely frustrating. Like, if your skill set isn't great or even good, most I guarantee if you try to get a good alliance, they will either not accept you or they will freaking flame you out of existence for being bad at the game. Like today, I played dungeons today with some random guy, and my domino died to a venom. And this guy told me to never play the game again. He called me a noob and told me to never play the game again because I died to a venom in dungeons. Dungeons. Dungeons is one of the most irrelevant and honestly outdated pieces of content in this game. And this man told me to quit the game because I died to a venom in dungeons. So yeah, that high-end player base, the community there is not the greatest. I've seen worse though. I've seen so much worse. The player community though is pretty toxic here. If just turn on global chat and you just look into that and you can see, you'll be able to, my point will be proven. But back to the player experience being average to below average. It's, if you are the kind of player that does, like I said, wants to push to the end game content and your skills aren't the best, yeah, you can practice, but like me, my skills eventually just cap out. Like, I just can't get any better. It's just where I'm at. I've played this game a lot for a long time. I've fought every champion in the game. I know every animation except for the obviously the new characters that come out, how to counter certain characters and stuff, but it's when it comes down to skill, it's just like I can only do so much. Some people got it, some people don't. It's just how it is. And if you don't got it, you're in tough shit for this game, especially when it comes to an alliance. Now, I touched this a little bit about the fun versus more frustrating factor in this game, especially with end-game stuff. The game is fun. The game is fun. It's great that you can get all these champions, build them up, build your favorite ones, build the strongest ones, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with your champions. With who you want to use, who you rank up, it's completely up to you. No one's holding you back. But in the end game, there's parts, there's nodes, there's chapters and quests that are champion specific. Like, your favorite character, say your favorite character is Electra, she cannot do most of the stuff in Act 6 and Act 5. Well, Act 5, yeah, she could probably do it. But it'll be harder if you don't have a specific champion. If you don't have some of the top tier champions for Act 5 and Act 6, you're going to have a terrible time. It's not going to be fun at all. And I have some of the top champions, and I still don't have fun because of BS crash grab nodes and fights. The Collector was the beginning of it. I got a glimpse of that on how very fun and interactive that fight is. And then after that, it's just the content got more difficult, and then Act 6 was like a combination of difficulty and complete clown fiesta fights. Like, it's 6.2 is the definition of joke content. And their data showed that. They saw how many people didn't do a Legends run for that content because no one likes it. It is terrible content. They even went back to remove some of the gates. I'm still not gonna play that. I'm not gonna play that. Who wants to go against that? Honestly, if you're not spending money, or some YouTuber like some of the other MCOCers are, why would you want to complete the content? The rewards are not that great. It doesn't give you a special title like 6.1 does. It's just gonna make you frustrated and make you spend resources. Like, it does not seem worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything how I feel about this game. This is the reason why I'm quitting. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but like I said, it's not really for, I don't expect a lot of people to see this, but it's really just for me to go back and to watch if I ever feel like I want to come back to remind myself of why I quit the game in the first place. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if I will continue making YouTube videos either, to be honest. If I do, it'll be on Marvel Future Fight and possibly console games once I figure out how to get some recording stuff done for console games. But yeah, that'll be it.